Do the trashy pulp novels of the world have anything to offer? Are bestsellers all they're cracked up to be? Here at Terrible Book Club, we explore whether you really can judge a book by its cover, or its ridiculous synopsis. You ever passed a book and thought, ugh, who's reading this? We probably are.
Welcome to episode 184 of the Terrible Book Club. I'm Paris. And I forgot this is...
Wow.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say, and I'm Chris, and this is Chris.
Yeah, generally you introduce me. I'm not introducing... we introduce each other.
Yeah.
That's like the courteous thing to do, but...
And this is Chris.
Yeah, it's hello. I can see why you might feel confused and sort of questioning, like, why at this point for what we read here today, which you are still going to introduce.
Today we read Valentine's Day for Baby Zeke, an unofficial Minecraft book by Dr. Block.
New ground for us, for sure. New biomes. I know
Yeah.
Minecraft language.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Crafted a mine once or twice.
I'm not a beta? Is that
What?
is that?
That's like you're saying like you're not a cuck or something?
No.
What is it?
No, because don't the generations go backwards? Because like it was like, oh, generation X and then Y. Why?
You mean
No.
boomer? What are you talking
No.
about?
Okay, so you know how we're millennials, and then there's Zoomers,
Yeah.
and then there's alphas. So then it
Oh.
would be betas, right?
What? They're leaning into like the toxic masculinity thing for next generation?
I don't. No. They're just
They have sigmas soon or whatever.
Yeah,
the generation cuck. This is the cuck generation.
I don't think the babies in wombed right now are the cuck generation, but okay.
A, B, C. It makes sense to me. That's what's coming up. Sorry, next generation.
None of this makes any sense to me, but that generation who are currently like small children right now or in elementary school, I am very unfamiliar with their whole deal. I don't know anything about like new Minecraft. I just know it's this whole environment the kids are in all the time, and they build stuff and they have little villages. That's all I know.
Minecraft has been a thing since Zoomers, and it like continues to like get carried down through the alpha beta cuck generations. Like probably will still for a while. It's just, it's screen time Legos, right? So of course the kids that are on the screen time overload now.
Well, and there's a social element though, right?
Yeah, you can play with your friends and set up servers and like do a little.
So it's just the new fucking EverQuest.
I don't want to.
EverQuest didn't have building components, but
not even that. But like, if you're playing EverQuest, I don't think you're like 7 and like figuring out how to like log in to the servers and stuff like that. EverQuest players were like deep nerds, like deep dorks.
True.
Whereas I feel like your average Minecraft kid is a normal ass kid that just happens to enjoy creating things in Legos, and Minecraft is just a new version of that. So I totally get why Minecraft is popular, and I actually am totally fine with it being super popular for kids, because why not? You get to be creative, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess as long as it doesn't
learning
have
a ton, but
doesn't have the toxicity that EverQuest did. I knew
yes.
When I was in elementary school, I had a school neighborhood friend, and her parents got divorced because of EverQuest, because her mom met a guy and married him at EverQuest, and her dad found out, and like
he's generation cuck, right?
Yeah. And we, when I was probably 8 or 9 when this happened, and I was like having this explained to me, and I was just like, okay, wait, she got married in a video game? You can do that? Like, just like figuring that shit out at that age. I was like, all right, that sounds weird. And yeah, I just remember it was like, yeah, our friend had to move because her mom got married to a guy in EverQuest, and I was like, what does that mean?
You need to explain that to me a lot more. I need much more background and context before that makes any sense.
I've had more than one negative experience with just surrounding EverQuest. How terrible! What a terrible thing.
You didn't even play it, right? Like,
no,
I also played EverQuest like one time. There was like 2 days where I tried it out and was like, this is boring, and I'm a dork. Like, what are people doing?
Yeah, I had the misfortune of dating some guy who was very into it when he was younger, and then, we dated and he was like getting back into it. Of course, it turns out like he definitely had like an older sugar mama through EverQuest. So I guess my only memories of EverQuest are cheating. I was at his house one day and he got a letter that was perfumed. He also got a box with underwear in it once, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, dude,
what is going on?
It's not cool. Like, oh, it's okay, she's older. I'm like, I don't care how old
does that cancel it out? Like, it doesn't count if she's a MILF. It's
yeah, I mean, it's just anyway,
like different zip code or something.
Hey,
like if she's over 40, that's a different age zip code. It doesn't. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact: even if you're an uncool kid like me and dating nerds, they still suck. They're still gonna treat you like shit. I still dated bad people. Have confidence in yourself.
Sugar mamas is okay. Well, yeah. So you had some really bad experience with EverQuest specifically. This book
both
is not
tangentially and directly. Like,
this book isn't about EverQuest. No. It's about another popular video game. Although Minecraft, like I was saying, is.
But have divorces happen because of Minecraft?
I'm so sure. Like, just by rule of numbers alone, right? Like, it's like, because it's so popular. Either A, there's a husband doing Minecraft Let's Plays to such a degree that he's neglected the rest of his family. That guy is out. That's a man that exists out there. Or even, someone met on a Minecraft server and decided to like become.
But are adults playing Minecraft?
Oh, hell yeah! Okay. I played Minecraft with some other adults not months ago. I didn't play it that often, but Phoebe.
Yes.
I have a little gamey group with Phoebe and Nolene and our other friend Ryan, and sometimes Jason shows up. Mm-hmm. We did a little Minecrafting. It's fine. It's actually kind of relaxing. It's totally like I was definitely. It was funny because Phoebe like knew all the Minecraft shit, and you could like I get in there like day 3, and they've like set up all the there's furnaces, and I'm like, I want to build square house, and I build square house. And then, like, I didn't know where, like, I just built, like, it out of cobblestone. And then Phoebe comes out the door. She's like, Chris, you need windows and doors to keep the zombies out. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I just don't know. I don't know. How do you get to glass from rock? And she's like, I've already made tons of glass downstairs. It's in the thing. So it ended up turning into, like, I would just sort the chests. That was kind of relaxing.
There you go.
Well, anyway, this is a book about Minecraft. We haven't even begun to say, because honestly,
we're trying not to talk about it.
Spoiler, guys. It's not like there's like, oh my god, it's so terrible. It's just ain't much here, man. So,
yeah, I mean, all right.
We haven't even explained what we do here at Terrible Book Club.
What do we do here? All right, what we do here at Terrible Book Club is we read and review books that we assume will be bad based on their cover, title, summary, or some combination of the three. Sometimes we read things that our patrons, friends, or whatever recommend. But no matter how we come upon, the source material, what happens is we read it and then we're like, was it actually bad? And most of the time, yeah, it was. It's hilariously terrible, but sometimes we actually end up liking the book. So we actually do the opposite of what most people do. We are masochistic book readers. That's what's going on.
You see something
here.
And you go, like, you have that internal feeling where you just want to immediately start browsing to the next spine on the shelf. We try to stay in that moment and go like, how badly do I not want to see what's in here? And I very badly did not want to see what was in here.
Yeah, Valentine's Day for Baby Zeke, a Minecraft book. I was like, well, this is going to be bad. I mean, we don't know anything about Minecraft. Well, we don't know much about Minecraft, I should say. Maybe I know nothing and Chris knows a minuscule amount.
Yeah, I'm not very Minecrafty, but I've done it
You've
a little.
crafted a mine.
Yeah.
You've crafted a mine.
Yeah, I dug a hole in the ground or whatever. Content warnings. Barnyard language. We have the barnyard language.
Yeah, barnyard language, barnyard
kidnapping.
Characters. Yeah, there's
witches. I don't know.
Kidnapping, and there's
That's
discussions of like eating corpses.
Yeah, there's zombies. Like these are sentient zombies that are nice, I guess.
They're just undead. They're not a problem.
Also, he's a baby. I'm not quite sure. He's not like a baby, right? I think when they say baby zombie, they mean like juvenile zombie, not a baby.
Well, you see, because the art is blocks, I can't actually tell.
Well, first, he's walking around. He's harvesting wheat and like selling it. Yeah, and like so he's
a business.
Yeah,
but I mean,
boss baby over here.
And then his best friend is a
pig man.
Pigman zombie?
Yeah, so like he's hanging out with like an adult pig man.
Adult.
It's pig man.
Yeah.
Not pig boy.
Okay, well not pigling. So anyway, our main character Zeke, he is the baby zombie. Otis, his best friend, is a zombie pig man. And then they have two chickens, Harold and Bob. And the chickens also talk, even though they ride the chickens, but they talk to them like friends. That's a bit of a concerning relationship. I don't know.
It's fun. They're little comic relief chickens in there.
They live on a farm outside of the village or whatever.
There's a love golem.
There's a love golem who is basically just the butter passing robot. I mean, that guy does not have a great job.
He's designed to introduce people, so I suppose he's like sort of a sentient Tinder in a way.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
He even is like, I don't care what happens afterward. That's not my game.
Literally what he says, like, that's not my responsibility. I did my part and I'm fucking gone. See you later. Like,
you paid $4.99 for the super like or whatever, man. I'm out of here.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh, dating apps are pay to win. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Anyway, speaking of it, he meets up with Zoe, the other baby
zombie.
Baby girl.
Girl zombie.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a witch, and then Zoe has parents.
We should do a summary, actually. These are the characters.
Whatever, we're doing it all together. This episode doesn't matter. We don't even know if we're going to release this, truth be told.
Yeah, honestly, we finished this about 20 minutes ago, and we were both like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, we have some things to say.
Sure, fair.
So, all right, so we're reading a book for children, right? All right, those are all the main characters. They're in some village in Minecraft. In some biome or whatever. It's kind of got a little, like at the beginning of the book, it sort of has like a Western vibe. Mm-hmm. And then it gets a little more just straight up fantasy. But yeah, that's sort of what we got going on here. Do we want to try to do a summary on the fly?
I can summarize it pretty easily.
This is dangerous territory.
I can summarize easily on the fly.
Okay.
Check this out. Okay. Baby Zeke and Otis.
My name is Chris, and I read this book.
I can't rap it. I'm sorry.
The
flow isn't that. I don't have those bars. I apologize.
We're here doing like a couple days of recording, so we were up late last night on crappy music, and we saw a lot of rap.
Yeah, that flow.
Oh god, it's the worst.
Lame flow.
Worst thing ever. Unless it's before like 1991, then it's acceptable.
Why did lame rappers get locked into that one? Right? Like because they seem to like that's the one that they got locked in. I suppose also the triplet one that got pretty popular.
What's the triplet one?
The Migos flow.
I don't know the Migos flow. Oh, okay.
Triplet, trip.
Okay.
Anyway, on the fly summary here. Okay, baby Zeke and Otis have a farm outside the village. They are zombies. One's a pig zombie. One's a baby zombie.
He's also a warrior, but he's kind of retired.
He's like a famous warrior.
Yeah.
For some reason, like the capital W warrior.
Correct.
He's famous for doing battle and whatnot. But now he's farming with Harold and Bob, the two snarky chickens that he also rides. Anyway, him and Otis need to go into town to sell their wheat. And while they're in town, there's a harvest festival going on, and across the way, Zeke sees Zoe, and he's so enamored with her, and he's like, I don't know, I can't go up to talk to her. And then the love golem shows up and says, you should just just go over there and say hi. Like, the love golem's like, don't introduce yourself just to, hit on her or whatever. It doesn't say in that many words, but he's basically like, just go over there and talk, and like, maybe if you're lucky, she'll ask you out, or that won't happen, but Anyway, the love golem is just saying, hey, go over there and introduce yourself. And Zeke does. And Zoe is like, oh, wait, aren't you the warrior? You should come down to the zombie harvest festival, which it's weird that Zeke didn't know about that.
That is a bit odd.
And you should come down and hang out with me because I think it's cool that you're the warrior. And Zeke's all like, heck yeah, I got a date at the zombie harvest festival where we eat a bunch of rotten flesh. We have like a rotten flesh tasting thing, and then we burn down an effigy of a big lump of rotten flesh.
The Wicker Man happens. Is
like for kids.
Yeah, no one's inside the wooden flesh effigy, but yeah,
it's there.
Happen.
Anyway,
The Wicker Man happens.
Anyway, Zoe's dad is like, stay away from my daughter. He's one of those, but then the next day, Zeke tells Zoe to come over so he can summon Notch, the coder and creator of Minecraft.
Oh, I actually had no idea. Well, like the creator, and I'm like,
that's the coder and creator of Minecraft. His online screen name is Notch.
Oh, well, okay.
He sold it forever ago anyway, so it's like Microsoft owned at this point.
Yeah, or no, it's not Microsoft. It's like Ming. Yeah, or
is it? I thought literally Microsoft owns it now.
I don't know. These things change fast.
That's true.
Right?
They changed hands. Anyway, he could summon Notch to impress Zoe, and then turns out Zoe's a witch in disguise, and he attacks Notch, and Notch is like, the fuck you do this for, Zeke? I was busy checking out new biome codes or whatever.
Yeah, and Zeke was like, I don't know, I liked a girl, I'm sorry.
And then the love golem shows up, and he's like, wait a minute, was there a sexual assault happening here? That's when Tinder actually cares about things. Like, no, she just turned into a witch and attacked my friend. He's like, don't worry, Zoe's still alive. The witch probably just kidnapped her. The witch ran away, by the way. So Zeke and Otis and Harold and Bob track down the witch. And the love golem is like, witch, you shouldn't be such a bitch. Just fall in love and you'll feel better and you won't be so mean to people. And the witch is like, yeah, I mean, I do like that stonemason over there. And then Tinder hooks the two up.
Yeah, Tinder golem.
And the witch comes back a couple hours later like, all right, well, I got laid, so you know what? You can have your girlfriend. Man.
No, she says, I have a date later.
Yeah.
It's different than I got laid, but...
It's different. Anyway, the witch is just like, yeah, whatever, take your girlfriend. The spider guard, you can go fuck off away. And the spider guard's like, am I getting paid for this? Fuck. And just leaves. And then Zeke and Zoe are like, hooray, thank you for saving me. But then Zoe's
parents are like, nah, not
dude,
thank
what
you for
the fuck?
me.
We got kidnapped? Like, you're not, don't date this dude, Zoe. And Zoe's sensibly is actually like, yeah, Zeke, I like you, but I don't like being kidnapped by witches and guarded by spiders, so I just don't think it's gonna work out. And then, admittedly, Zeke is like, that sucks, but you know what? Reasonable. The end.
yeah, the end. So, do we want to just break out the rubric, or do we want to go through notes?
It's the rubric, I think.
Right,
it's rubric time over here. Okay, technical construction. Fine, like 1, right? Like there's like one typo.
I'd give this a 1 for technical construction.
This person has written things before.
There was no.
There's proofreading.
Yeah, there was no fluff. This was very straightforward. It moved at a decent pace. I mean, it's for children, but we've read things for children that were fucking terrible and were not put together well at all. So don't think that, oh, it's a kid's book, I don't have to have standards. Like, no, motherfucker, you still gotta follow the rules. You gotta make it coherent. It's gotta make sense. It's gotta have flow. You gotta mind your commas and your semicolons and whatever. And Dr. Block did that. I think Dr. Block's got a good system here.
A good practice.
Seems like he's done this about 7,000 times.
Yeah, there's quite a lengthy sort of like Baby Zeke volumes 1 through 9, Baby Zeke chapters, Baby Zeke and the Christmas Carol Crusade.
Honestly, I would be pretty concerned if he didn't have this shit on lock at this point.
Okay, I have a point to make about that once we're done with the rubric, actually. But I mean, I don't think we have much to say about technical construction besides like there was periods where the periods should be.
Well, and it didn't. Like I said, I mean even the dialogue worked. Even for a kid's book.
Yeah, I would file that under moment to moment.
Oh,
but...
well, I'm sorry, Lord Rubico.
Yeah, well, I have my methods here, okay? We're trying to follow the rubric. In any case, plot construction, content layout. It is the
totally
down the middle.
Down the middle.
I'm not going to say 1 though, right?
No,
Like just 0. Just like it
0.
is. It's the most simple plot you could have. I like this girl. We went out together to harvest.
No, I think that the witch twist was pretty good for a kid's book.
Okay, sure.
Because, like, I walked into this book, I walked in with my legs into this book, and I turned into a block. Oh, no. But I thought, oh, no, this is going to be like, and then he saw the cute zombie girl, and then they lived heavily after. Heavily after. Wow.
I'm living heavily after.
Yeah, me too.
The big dinner I had last night, that was still kind of...
I've eaten a lot of garbage this week. I was thinking, oh, this is just going to be, 2 little kids fall in love, yay, the end. And it wasn't that. There was a little more going on there.
Sure.
And it also had some really, I guess it had some sort of bad stereotype moments, but it also had some kind of redeeming ones. So maybe it does just set it to 0.
I agree. It's very straight down the middle, and the basic mechanics work. The rules are
the rules are followed of the game. Presumably.
Yeah, right. So I suppose it's a little bit easier to stick to things like that. The only insane thing being is whenever they pull things or put things into their inventory. The concept of the inventory being a thing that is with you at all times.
Yeah.
Perhaps a part of your body, perhaps you're stuffing it up your ass. It's just the inventory, the appendage that everyone has. I understand, in game terms, it's just you make a motion and the thing disappears into the menu subscreen. That
yeah. Well, I actually will want to give this book a little credit because we've read more than one book now where I can remember that one I found in Minnesota. And
Emblem Unity?
God, good memory. Yeah. See, I purged them from my mind immediately after reading.
The Pokemon one. It's Pokemon's with fake... Umbreon on the cover.
Yeah, the Pokenon.
Yeah.
And then...
Delicious garlic Pokenon. It's a Pokeball with a non-bread. That actually sounds fucking dope, actually.
Oh, yeah. A lot of carbs, but delicious.
It's fine.
And then there was another one. I don't remember what the other one was, but we've read some... Definitely that one, maybe another one, maybe I'm misremembering, where the book was I'm going to talk about a mini game in text. And it was infuriating because there was just pages and pages and pages of it being and then I cut down the tree and dragged it back and got 5 doubloons, and then I did it again.
Two things for you here. Are you thinking of Last and First Idol? There was some of the stories in there of the 3 stories that were very gamified?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Secondly, I don't know if we've talked about this yet. Are you aware of the genre lit RPG? It is a specific book genre in which things are written as if you're playing a video. It is in the context of a game, and it's explicitly stated the characters are in a game. Sometimes they kind of know they're in a game.
So it's a text-based RPG, but in print.
And you don't get any choices. You just read the story it's a book, but in the terminology of video games, with experience points being a thing in the plot.
Oh, I hate that so much.
I also, every time I see it, I'm people would want to read that.
I don't see why. Well, I don't think we knew about that when we reviewed that other book. But anyway, this book actually really had a good handle on that. There's only one moment very early where he's he cut down all his wheat and took it to town and he got this many emeralds for it. And I was you know what? That's fine. That's also a thing that happens in the real world.
Yeah,
totally
if you
fine.
leave it there, it's just a stand-in for and that's why he was there, and that's how it led to all this stuff, and he used the emeralds to pay for a block burrito later. Whatever.
Pie or whatever.
It was a pie. It was a potato carrot pie, okay, yeah, plot construction, fine. Generally, honestly, there's a little bit of a wholesome vibe happening here.
Pretty wholesome.
And people are eating their vegetables and shit and going to bed.
There's a little speech about vegetarianism, and then the chickens are are you eating chicken? And they're oh fuck, I guess we gotta think about that. Shit, there's a moral implication to eating chicken.
Yeah,
chicken
and
friends.
even the dickhead zombie roommate is kind of I'm sorry, chickens. I understand why it would be shitty to eat chicken flesh in front of you.
Yeah, and they also, one of the really, really redeeming aspects of this book are one, the ending, and that, which I guess I'll talk about later, but 2, there's a moment where the Tinder made flesh, the love golem, is like, you know, you should always tell people you love them, and not just when you like them. You should tell your friends and your family. It's healthy to express your love, and you should do it because it's important that other people know that you like them. And I was like, fuck yeah!
Yeah, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Baby Zeke kids book.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was good.
Yeah.
You don't see that, and we have read so many fucking kids books on this show somehow, like more than you would think.
Yes.
And they often miss out on the opportunity to hand a kid some decent life advice, you know, just something real simple, like,
people
hey, man,
should tell you that they love you, and you should tell people that you love them.
Yeah.
I love you, Paris.
Love you too, Chris.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on from the healthy moment.
I love you.
We love you, listeners. Thank you for listening to this.
But no, I think I don't know. It just was sort of like, oh, all right, cool. And at the end, I do like that when, you know, because Zeke, even though he's the warrior, he's like, oh, I really don't want to do violence anymore. I'm kind of done with it, you know, which I think is an interesting thing because every fucking kids book I've ever read,
especially
is
if it's like in the video game context, right, where it's like I gotta fight to gain experience, so fighting's what I do to gain experience.
Yeah.
I think we've swung into moment here in a way.
Yeah, okay.
But 0 on plot construction, but 0 sounds bad, but it's really just like you did fine.
I like at the end where they finally, you know, disarm and capture the witch, and they're like, she's so mean, and she's like, well, honestly, I'm just sad. And I was like, yeah, that's a great like, she just acts evil, and she's not actually evil, she's just sad, and she takes her anger out on the world, and it makes her feel better temporarily. And the kids are like, well, and the golem and the kids are like, that's no way to live. Like, let's figure this out.
Let's look here with that stonemason. Get you a little.
Yeah, well, I just
something here.
But I really like that the ending for kids is like, let's talk about it. Let's try to resolve it. Let's avoid violence unless we absolutely have to. Because normally in any sort of adventure-y kids book, they're like, aha, we've killed the witch. She's dead. We threw her off a cliff. Hooray!
Yeah.
You know? And this one, they're like,
I was just there.
Yeah, and in this one, they're like,
they're not the murder hobo D&D party, right? Like they take the diplomacy check.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? This is session 1 of an intervention with the Wicked Witch of the Village. Witch, what's going on? And she's like, just sad, man. And they're like, oh, just let it out, babe. It's all right. She's like, I just really want to fuck the stonemason. And
no one talks to me because of my warty face. It sucks, man.
The love golem's like, I got you. Let's go. You know what?
I'm really good at making splash potions, but I never get to tell anyone.
Yeah. So I did think there was some thought given to this to give it some wholesome vibes and to, have some messages that were kind of decent in it underneath this sort of bland exterior of a kid's book.
It's like you're eating the gruel, but like underneath it all, like
there's some marshmallows in there that might have been
not even marshmallows, like actually carrots and nutrients.
Yeah,
the 2 vegetables, carrots and nutrients.
Chris doesn't eat enough vegetables. We've tried to fix this today.
Like all I really eat are onions. Like honestly, onions are the most consistent vegetable that I eat all the time because onions are great. Honestly,
you really like onions.
Onions are fantastic.
I should show you a recipe for
onions. It
is. No, it literally is.
The recipe is onion.
It's onion, butter, and gochujang. And you cook them for a fucking long ass time. They become melt in your mouth, spicy, soft, delicious onions with some chard.
Just like slightly charred, sweet, spicy onions. Yeah. You can do that. That's allowed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm worried I'm committing food crimes. I'm so worried about committing a food crime.
If you commit a food crime in your own home with no one who can see you, is it even a food crime?
Well, let's not. We're talking about spreading wholesome messages here. Maybe.
No, really, is it a food crime? If no one can see you and you're in your home under the cloak of night.
I think there are lines that shouldn't be crossed.
I mean, what kind of food crime? I mean, do you really feel like you've ever committed a food crime?
Probably at some point that I just erased from my memory something that should never. I don't think I've ever made anything that's completely inedible unless it was burnt. right? Like, don't be afraid to fail, right? And I think that that's something I could get over too with food. Like tonight, this evening, where I was like, I don't know what vegetables put together. You're just like, just fucking try something.
No, I was like, use the internet. That's
and I was like, that's cheating.
No,
like I'm taking like a strategy guide outlook on life and cooking. Like I can't look it up. That's even though in video games I do that shit all the time. I always look shit up if it takes me more than 5 minutes to figure out where something is.
I don't, because that is cheating. You fucking monster.
Okay, Paris, when you are blind and it takes you.
I'm kidding.
I know. I understand. But that is why I allow myself that with video games. It's like, I'm not going to like, oh, it's like very obvious. Look at the fucking green door.
Yeah, and you're like, I can't see green or doors. So
that's a door? Oh, shit. Like, so yeah, in any case, overall, a wholesome feel here. So moment to moment, the pacing is fine. Like, it moves along just fine. I would call that a 1.
Yeah, I'd give it a 1.
I would call that a 1. So far, 2 out of 5.
All right.
For this book. So now we get to Terriblo's Presence.
Yeah, Terriblo wasn't here.
Not at all. Another book where, like, sometimes, usually it wouldn't be great if Terriblo was in every single thing that we read, right?
He
like
would have quit by now.
You want a little rarity to him popping up, right? It's like some things you don't want to do full bore. Like, we can't do the Terriblo bit all the time. It gets a little overdone if we're too.
Right. If we're too possessed by madness, yeah.
But so like there was never any sort of chaos moments where we felt it was unhinged. I never went, huh? What do you mean? Because everything was just put in its place very simply. I mean, it's not like an elaborately constructed castle.
The only thing I couldn't figure out that Chris explained to me was there's sort of this light touch of like some version of racism in this world called mobism. And I was like, what does mob mean? And I just couldn't figure it out. And Chris finally told me.
Like an enemy in a game.
Yeah.
It's something you have to fight to gain experience or treasure.
I don't know why enemy isn't sufficient.
Mob is gamer talk.
Yeah.
So it makes it more Minecraft-y.
Yeah.
And gamers don't want to type out Enemies. I had to think about that for a second.
I was wondering why you were stopping.
Like, which one? How many E's come after that? It was M or N and Anemones? Anemones.
English.
The anemones.
English is terrible.
And so there wasn't also a please help factor to this where Paris and I had to find each other. We were in the same house today. A little bit of nostalgia vibes there. So like we were reading the terrible book in the same building. And I never had to seek Paris out to be like, please, I have to tell you about what's happening. You never had to do that to me.
No, it was fine.
So is this a 0 or a 1 on Terriblo's Presence?
It's a 1 because he's not here.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like 1 not here at all, I would say. So that's 3 out of 5. And Paris, I'm going to make a prediction here. We're about to give this book a 4 out of 5. Because should this exist? I think yes, actually.
I think this is fine, yeah.
This is fine because, like, I try to imagine myself as a father walking in on my child.
Why are you trying to imagine yourself as a father?
Because in the context of me thinking about if this book should exist, I imagine myself as a father walking in on my child, and he's reading Baby Zeke Valentine's Day Minecraft, and I snatch the book the Kindle out of his hand to make sure that he's not looking at the hentai or whatever, because you got to be careful with that shit on the internet. And I look at it, and it's a cutesy story about Minecraft zombie, like talking to a girl and like being fine with it not working out, and like the love goal and being like, just try to talk to her, it's fine. It's scary, sure, but like do your best. And then like talking to it's wholesome. Like, if my kid was really into Minecraft and this is what made them get into books and reading and they built out from there, that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And again, I really, really love that it ends with the girl being like, you know what, dude, nah, it's a little too, I don't think this is right. And he's just like, okay, I accept that. And he's like, you know what, I'll find someone else, or maybe I won't. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Because
we've only known each other for like 24 hours, so actually I can't be that broken up about it. It's like a healthy, normal.
This fucking Minecraft book for Children has healthier relationship dynamics than almost every other book we've read for adults.
Every other romance novel. This outclasses it. This is the thing to talk about with this. Like, it felt bland to us because it's what a normal, healthy thing should be. So maybe we're working against ourselves here.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
We were bored by the fact that it was healthy and normal.
Well, no, but then I thought about it and I was like, actually, there's got a lot of good stuff going on. Like,
yeah, I mean, I wasn't riveted either.
Well, it's for children. I don't expect to be.
Wholesome children's material like this should exist. It can exist. It is fine that this book is out there. If some kid wants to read this and that, again, gets them into reading, and if they don't want to read anything else except Baby Zeke Minecraft books, if this is the quality of the material that is out there, fine.
Yeah.
Sure. I do want things like this to exist.
Yeah, I do too, because, like I said, it did have the, like, I'm a dad and I don't want you taking my daughter out stereotype.
Take my square shotgun off your square mantelpiece.
Yeah, I mean, and it, of course it is like a baby boy and a baby girl falling in love.
I'm still unclear as to what, I think, again, I'm just going for my own sanity so that Terriblo's presence doesn't creep up on us here. That baby means juvenile, not baby.
So you're saying it's like a 12-year-old or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how Minecraft aging works. In fact, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know there were zombies in Minecraft.
I knew about the zombies, but not like the baby. I haven't seen a baby zombie, so I'm not sure when that happens.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, we got more on the rubric?
No, that's it. So 4 out of 5.
There you go.
The highest scoring book of season 9 so far. The highest scoring book on the rubric ever, actually.
Well, wait, but we haven't even. But in our timeline, we haven't recorded the first episode of the season or the fourth.
That is true. So perhaps okay. So listen, the way we did this was 181, 184, 183, which you are listening to right now. So
and then we're prepping for 180.
184 yeah, so like 185 is going to be after that, and then 181 will come, like, so we will have like ironed out how we feel about the rubric by then, and then it'll just slowly devolve into chaos for the listeners from there.
Yeah, the first couple months are going to be
time
rough.
Warping and traveling over here. Who's Scribando the wizard? You'll find out later.
Excuse me. Scribando is how he wants it said.
Tune in next time for that one.
Good on you for remembering the order of anything at this point.
Okay, that's the rubric. That's
right.
4 out of 5. Doing great over here, Dr. Block. I can see why you earned your degree.
In blocks.
Okay, Paris. I think we've done our service, our duty here.
Yeah, do we have to wrap anything up?
I mean, do you have anything to add? Back to the Minecraft mines for our Lord and Savior Terriblo.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess if you're a young kid who's really into Minecraft and you want to get him reading, maybe check out Dr. Block stuff. I don't know. It
seems okay.
Yeah, then again, I mean, neither of us are parents, but like, I don't know. You teach children.
Yeah,
so.
I have a vague idea
Close
of
enough.
what you should be doing around them, but like, yeah, again, if I walked into my kid reading this, I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, if I walked in on him reading a lot of the other stuff, I was like,
what would you be mad seeing your kid read? Oh man, if I saw him reading Harry Potter, I'd pluck that shit right out of their hands. Nope.
Yeah, probably.
I'd give them something else. There's a million other things they could read that's fantasy.
True. I mean, but like, you think about like walking into your kid reading some terrible book club shit. Right, like you walked in on him reading Splatting Yet Endearing. You would
that's a different age range entirely. But
sure, but you don't know what these kids are up to on the internet. Like I would react very badly to that. Not like yelling and screaming, but like getting heated at myself for allowing it to get this far. And then he turns to me, and they're like, "I learned it by watching you." And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
And then you're out in the rain on your knees. Terriblo,
why?
My only son.
You've taken him from me. I wasn't supposed to be like this. You promised.
Don't ever talk to me or my son again. No, I will say I would never. I don't think I would ever take a book away from a kid because this is gonna make him want it more. But I would be like, here are some other books you could read, and also let's talk about maybe why this is mom or dad's favorite.
Yeah.
You know?
Unless it's on reading like the Andrew Tate memoir, then I might get a little upset.
Yeah, it kind of depends on their reaction to it.
But, right.
Yeah. Let's hope that day never comes. Let's hope he never learns how to write.
He's definitely written something. He's definitely. You know, we're going to close this episode with a good old Google.
It's a wholesome children's book episode with an Andrew Tate.
We need to balance the scales. Andrew Tate book. Books by Andrew Tate, author of the Tate Bible. So I'm not even going to look any further than that. It's been done. So we must counterbalance the scales with more Baby Zeke Minecraft. That's all I'm saying.
That is.
You do enough Baby Zeke Minecraft, it will overtake the Andrew Tate.
All right, so we're saying more Baby Zeke Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, he's already pulling his weight pretty good already, I would say. So, like, but it seems like Andrew Tate has also been pulling his weight in a way. So, get right in Dr. Block. We need to get
okay, yeah.
I can't believe I'm actually saying, please write more Dr. Block. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I should say, I guess maybe continue to write the Minecraft stuff, because we did see a preview at the end for some original content. We were like, I don't know about that.
It's just more. It's Warrior Cats.
Yeah, just Warrior Cats, isn't it?
Warrior Cats again. Probably better, honestly. If I'm being honest. Like, maybe
it's not a round table of fucking.
It also has wholesome messages in it. I'll take that over Warrior Cats.
Yeah, Warrior Cats was real devoid of any messaging other than we are cats who are a family and we fight meow meow and there is cat god, and I just don't remember anything about that book being redeeming.
All right, well, that's a fun note. And like, by the way, fuck you, Warrior Cats.
You think we're gonna have
drive by?
You think we're gonna have a whole
pulling by their house, rolling the window by, like, you suck. Driving away,
fucking throwing eggs.
They weren't even bothering us recently. The fandom was leaving us alone for the most part.
I will say there was a time where Warrior Cats Reddit did a whole thing about us, but the person who posted it, the OP, was very nice and was like, yo, don't harass them. Do not fucking do it. Like, they were very strong with their wording.
They're somewhat reasonable.
Yeah, please do not. They are adults who never read it as kids. They don't understand our weird nostalgia about it.
They don't know, man. They just don't understand why Razor Leaf or whatever.
Yeah, it's so many people.
Vine Whip.
So many people were so fucking mad at us. You can go read it. It's pretty funny. I was like, y'all are way too attached to this fucking child.
They don't know what the fuck
series.
They're talking about. Of course, Razor Leaf is a cool name for a cat.
Yeah. I just can't believe that adults are out here, like, fighting on the internet because we didn't like their stupid cat book from, like, the Scholastic book fair.
We're stupid. Like, oh, yes, you have the right to that opinion, but, like, also relax.
Also, like, please do something else with your time. I don't know.
You could say the same thing for us. So, you know, it all balances out.
All right, but at least we're podcasting and providing entertainment for people. I don't know. I guess Reddit sort of does.
Yeah. We're not here to judge anyway. Like,
go find the thread about us in the Warrior Cats thread.
Enjoy yourself. That we're not going to hide the fact that there was a bunch of people saying "fuck you" for not.
Oh, I mean, just go on our
Shadow
YouTube channel
fart or whatever.
Just go on our YouTube channel.
True. There's also
it's just all people being like, "Fucking woke piece of shit." We're like, yeah, okay, all right,
go for it. All right,
yeah, have fun over there.
So leave your woke piece of shit comments under this one.
Tell us
you like the Minecraft book that told you to, like, get in touch with your emotions and talk people out, you woke piece of shit.
Oh yeah, you know how many people are gonna be like, in my day, kids' books were about killing each other. That's how it should be. Like, oh Jesus, George.
Read G.I. Joe books and that's it.
Yeah, should be about explosions. Kids are soft. No explosions.
This is my book that I read when I was a kid. It's called Kaboom. You open it up, it's pictures of explosions. That's it. Man's book. It's just.
Oh my God. I'm going to make a bet right now. We are absolutely going to get one of those comments on this.
We'll see.
It's going to happen.
We will see. Let's see if they got to the end. Well, why don't we thank the patrons here? We've got our bad bookworms, Emily, Ben, Bleach, Black Cat, Renee, Scott H, Donnie, Anya, Lycoris, Jakub, Jared, and Will. Our exacting editors, Rudy Bo Booty, The Ugly One, Emmy, Harry7, Funny Robot with Antennas, David, Martin, Kieran, Elliot, D, and Greg. Our loathsome librarians of the Void, the Taco-Eating Unicorn, Robin, Beast with the Least, Austin, Patricia, Veronica, Lucek, Senia, and Arant. Our pesky publishers, Julius the Nice Dragon and Miles May. and our Ko-fi donor, Kiwi. Thank you so much for helping support the show. We also have our Arch Archivist tier, in which you can get us to read huge, monstrous, ginormous tomes of Terrible, because we charge a little bit extra for the privilege to torture us even more. It's available to you for money. Thanks, everyone. All right, go ahead.
I got the giggles.
Go nuts in the comments, everyone. Here and see it in there.
No, I won't, because I don't respond to them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, do what you want. It's free reign down there. It's a free country. You can write whatever fucking Minecraft book you want.
Is it a free country, Chris?
It's probably not.
It's a free country for some people. And those people ain't me.
Okay, well, see you later, everyone.
See you later in this hellscape in which we live.
Watch out for Scribando. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Terrible Book Club. Terrible Book Club is an independent podcast produced by your hosts, Paris and Chris. Sound design and audio editing by Chris, with sound effects and music by Epidemic Sound and sometimes also Chris. Our theme song is Kiss by Yearn, which is, you guessed it, actually also Chris. You can find more of his soothing synthy sounds on Bandcamp at yearn.bandcamp.com. Do you want us to review a book of your choice on the show? Do you want access to some extra audiovisual weirdness? If so, become a patron at patreon.com/terriblebookclub. If you'd like to send us a one-time tip instead, you can do that at ko-fi.com/terriblebookclub. You can also support TBC for free by sharing the show on social media, following our accounts on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or Goodreads, telling your friends about your favorite episode, or by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or anywhere else on the internet. To send us book recommendations or your adorable pet photos, send an email to terriblebookclub@gmail.com.
That on me.
What are you talking about? I was pro skibbity toilet the whole time.
No, we both agreed that was a bad idea.
Have you seen the skibbity toilets?
You sent me a link and I looked at it and I was confused and horrified.
I mean, yes, that's appropriate reaction. Episode is it?
I don't know.
You sound upset.
I am, because I have very little to say about this. I guess I did make some notes in the text, but we didn't even make an episode, Doc.
No, we're not going to. This is just a live. Okay, this is episode.
See how tight. You see, the show is not going to last many more seasons at this point. We're just like, oh, we can't even make an episode, Doc.
That's fine. We don't need them all the time. Okay, this is episode 183.
I do. I can't remember shit. I need to have it right in front of me.
Okay. Well, this is episode 183, so you're introducing it, so you can go from the template.
Oh, the template's bad, though, because it's old. It hasn't been updated.
But you just open the episode doc for fucking Rathu and just...
I don't ever want to see that episode doc again.
Just wing it.
I don't want to remember that we read Rathu. In fact, now that you've brought that up, I'm even more upset. 183?
Valentine's Day for baby
no.
Zeke.
I need to have it in front of me. I can't remember things. Oh, all right.